we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Today's video will be my August setup in my bullet journal, and I wanted to do a tie-dye themed bullet journal. I've always been a huge fan of tie-dye. My family and I, we usually like to tie-dye at least once a year, even though we haven't done it in a couple of years, but we love tie-dye, and I really especially love the colorful pastel tie-dye. And I was trying to do my spread this month after this one particular t-shirt that I tie-dyed myself actually about 3 or 4 years ago. And that was the inspiration behind this journal. I did have some trouble thinking of how to actually draw it or color it rather. And I was really nervous making the spread, especially in the beginning, because it looked a little strange. It did not look like tie-dye, at least to me. And I didn't want anything to look, I didn't want to ruin the pages in my journal pretty much, but you'll see what I end up doing in the end. So I planned it out by drawing lines, and then I did smaller wiggles and then a longer wiggle. And then I did smaller wiggles and a longer wiggle. As you can see, that's the pattern I did. And I tried to keep all the longer wiggles of every color in the same line, if that makes sense. After I did that for each line, then I just went in with a lighter color and I just filled in a little bit of the white spots just to, so it wouldn't look so white from the paper. After I did that, I did add some color in, and I am using the pastel pack of my Tombow dual tip brush pens. If I were to do this over, I would use the brights, because you'll see in a second that I'm actually going to use a spray bottle and just finely mist some water over the paper. That's what I'm doing now. And because these are water-based colors, they will kind of blend and melt into the paper, and it'll give it that really cool tie-dye effect. So I did that a few times, and then I let it dry overnight actually, because I wanted all of the colors to blend and mesh together. And I figured that, if I didn't like how it came out, then I can just maybe do it on another piece of paper and paste it over. But this is the next day. Or actually, this was later that day, and the paper was still wet. And I just found that spraying it, I lost a lot of that vibrancy, and it became a little bit too pastel. So I just went back over with some color, the yellow color that you see. And I did that several times. I went over with the marker, and then I sprayed the paper, and I went over the marker and I sprayed the paper, and then I left it overnight to dry. And this is the result the next day. This was 100% dry. And then I wanted to go over it with a black brush tip marker in order to do my cover page. And I just wrote the word August in some simple hand lettering. And I wrote a mini calendar. August has, I feel like, arrived really quickly. I don't know. This month for me was a strange month. July, I had a lot of huge changes in my life. And I feel like it was the fastest, but also slowest month ever. But it was a good one. I really am truly grateful. Then on the back of this page, because I sprayed and did so much on the other side for the cover page, the gratitude page actually looks pretty cool. So I think the fact that the tie-dye shows through a little bit, I just left it like that. And I plan on using a black marker to write on this page instead of any of the colors. I just did a simple pink box for the outline and left it like that because I thought it looked pretty cool. For the mood tracker this month, I didn't know what to do because it's tie-dye. So I just decided to do a graph version of a mood tracker. I've seen these around on Pinterest and I thought it looks really cool. So I just numbered 31 days for each day of the month. And then I did a few smiley faces and I color coordinated the smiley faces as well. The top one, I did a cup of coffee because you ever drink so much coffee that you're just super hyper and excited. Is it just me? I sometimes, if I get to like that fourth cup of coffee, which is rare, but sometimes it happens, I will drink 4 cups of coffee in one day. And please don't lecture me about it. I already know that's too much. But anyways, sometimes if I get to that point, I need to track that and see how I'm feeling that day. And then I just colored it in. Each mood has a different color. And I plan on tracking not only graph style, but I'll use the color that coordinates with that mood. So I think it'll come out pretty cool. And then these next 2 pages are my typical what did I learn for this month and reflection page. And then the other page is my verse of the month. And as always, I'll have that written out in the description box. Now I'm just going back and erasing any of the pencil marks that I had, just so that it just cleans it up a little bit and makes it look really nice and neat and put together. I always outline with pencil first. And then after that, I just sweep away all of the little eraser marks. And I'll show you the flip through. So this is how it came out. I'm on the fence as to whether or not I like it. The tie-dye just took a lot of creativity, but let me know if you try it. I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. It's interesting, but it definitely goes along with the tie-dye trend. Please subscribe. It helps for other people to find my channel. I post a new Bible study video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd be more than happy if you join me and Bible study with me, and I will Bible study with you next time. Bye.
You and I, we got it.